Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Woodshop. I'm in a different location today, that's why the background is different. I'm up in Canada right now visiting my sister, and they stepped out for a while, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to do a couple of tapes here to finish up this little cat that we're doing here. You can see what I'm doing, and it's been a fun little project. So what we're going to do is we're going to continue cutting his neck out here, just like so. And I think he's a little bit on the fat side, so what we're going to do is we're just going to trim him down just a tiny bit. Okay, make sure your gloves and stuff is on. I'm having a great time up here. I'm visiting a lot of my family. I'm not too far from Toronto. In fact, I talked about possibly doing a class up here in the future. So if you're in Canada and you're interested in that, I'm about an hour, I'm trying to think, I'm near Newtonville, Ontario, and if you're interested in that, there might be a place where I can meet and be able to do a day class, maybe on one of my Santas or so next spring. So if you're interested in that, please email me and let me know. It will be a very interesting time, and you know, we'll see how many people are truly interested in that, and we'll take it from there. What I'm doing is I'm just kind of cutting this out, and see how I'm using that slicing motion. I know I get a lot of people from Canada watching, and I think it might be a neat project to do in the future, to have something up here. Since I come up here quite often anyway, we'll rent a room someplace and possibly a local church up here, and be able to do a day for a Santa. So I'll keep you informed if that ever materializes. It's something I've thought about for a while, and I come up here a couple of times a year. Well, I'm trying to, usually once a year, but hopefully a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to start rounding this off. We're going to just start rounding his body, the bottom here of his tummy out. Okay, just like so. We go around to the other side. I'm not in my usual little studio to do all my carving, so I'm trying to see if this would work. I can do this also while I'm on the road a little bit. Okay, we're just going to trim this tail out a little bit further. And make that a tiny bit smaller. I don't have the means to paint it up here. I will have to do that when I go back home. I didn't bring everything with me. But there's a local carver up here named Jan. He's featured in the magazine once in a while, Carvers Illustrated. He has a shop up here in Bowmanville, and I'll probably go over and see him if I have time today to do so, and that will be fun. I usually stop in and see Jan when I'm up here. He does a lot of teaching too from his studio, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun for sure. Just meet all these different carvers along the way, and really, folks, I want to thank you again for your nice comments and everything else that you've done for me. I appreciate it. It is important when you carve to make sure your tools are very, very sharp. If they're not, you're going to be, it makes it just that much harder to carve and to, you know, enjoy the hobby. It's important that you learn how to sharpen your tools. If you haven't, find somebody that knows how to do it. Go to a carving club. I went to the Lancaster Carving Club before I left to come here to Canada on last Tuesday. we had quite a turnout. We probably had about 35 people. A couple of new people again, and it's great. Great source to get information. You know, their show is in the summer. I think it's the weekend after Labor Day. You want to keep that in mind. I know that's quite a ways away. We're not even through the holidays yet, but I'm going to mention that every so often. So if you're in the area at that point in Lancaster County, PA, you can come see us down there. It's a fantastic show last year. It was actually the first show I went to go see. Like I said before, I never had time to do this before. Now I have the time. Some bennies of getting older, I guess, huh? So I'm just keep whittling away on its tail. I'm going to work on that offline a little bit. But let's start with his face. I'm going to start with the ears. What we're going to do is where that center line is, we're going to put a little X, just like so, okay? I mean a little V. Alright. And I'm just going to start rounding off his face. Rounding off the actual face like so. Okay? And like so. He's going to be pretty primitive. It's not going to be real detailed in the face. It's just a little... So we're just going to go a little further here and try to match it up to the bottom there, just like so. Okay? Alright. I'll be back on the next segment, folks.